whiskey, huh? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna let you guys get back to this. Needs to go up higher, you say? Do we have higher, Daniel? Awesome. All right, we're gonna let you guys go back to the whiskey as soon as possible, but just a few quality of life announcements here. Daniel. What can you tell us about, there's a raffle. What the hell's going on with the raffle?
There's a raffle for the aim it that way, yeah, there you go. For the Texas Whiskey Association. We ended up with around 100 bottles of Ginger's Never Win, named after the licorices who never win anything. Ever. Yeah. What's next?
What if I want a delicious cocktail?
Make your own damn cocktail. Oh, for them. Yeah. The tasting room, Fang and Feather, across the parking lot, is making cocktails. Only one, and the first come, first serve. And I mean literally one cocktail.
You have to fight.
You have to fight for it.
There's a rumor that there's cigars available somewhere that are supposed to be pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Not only that, but some of them were barrel aged in one of our barrels.
What?
And that is it's the Pirate Bar, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's at the Pirate Bar on the deck of the tasting room, Fang and Feather.
There's a blacksmith. Because blacksmith.
Yeah, that is literally all the logic that went into that one. There's a guy named Tom the Blacksmith who custom made these cigar punches for us. And I was like, hey, you want a blacksmith at the Bastards Ball? And he's like, well, why? And I was like, because blacksmith. And he was like, sure. So he's here.
Speaking of, Daniel, I'm not sure if you realized it, but the Bastards Ball, with this many people getting free whiskey, you know what I have successfully accomplished year after year? You're all mooches now. So, I'm gonna float an idea. I think an event this glorious, this magnificent, can't be called something as cute as the Bastards Ball. I think this is Mooch Fest. And to make sure that I get my way, because I'm a child, I've instructed every distiller not to pour another whiskey unless I have every MP here shouting Mooch Fest at the top of their lungs. Mooch Fest. 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 Go get some whiskey, you magnificent bastards. Cheers.
Show us what you're trying.
So I just tried some of the Still Austin bourbon. This is actually really good. I bought a bottle of this like a month ago, but I haven't opened it yet.
Yeah.
So now I know I can open the bottle.
Wait, you bought it without trying it?
Yeah. So this is finished with the Spire.
Everything is Spire in the bottle. Everything we do has got a Spire wood in it that's placed there strategically to add flavor to finish.
So this is Oak and Eden. Never had this one or bought it before, so I don't have like a bottle at home waiting to open. But this is a bourbon that they put an American Oak Spire in the bottle, so that it actually finishes aging, or finishes, I should say, in the bottle, which is different. And it's really good. It tastes like other Texas bourbons that I've had.
What do you like better, the still or this one?
I don't know. They're very different. I feel like it's hard to compare.
Yeah.
I was talking about loving. The Madeira is really
Oh yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Some of our previous finishes are just real big on the finish. It's more balanced, the almonds are nutty.
Alright, so I just tried the Andalusia Revenant Oak. This one is by far my favorite that I've tried so far here. Like, by a mile.
Do they only give one tasting?
I think I might be able to come back later and do, but I want to try everyone and I don't want to get too drunk.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, that's why there's food.
Yeah.
It's just in the state of Colorado. No other distribution. Yeah. They're not allowed to finish. This is bourbon barrel single pot. They're all single pot.
Oh, okay.
But this is a bourbon barrel single pot.
Okay.
So this is a little bit more on the sweeter side, whereas that's a little bit cleaner.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Let me try that one.
Where exactly are y'all at?
Arvada, Colorado.
What's that close to?
Like right outside Denver.
So this is a Talnua pot still finished in a Solara cask, and they're from Colorado, and apparently you can't get them here in Texas in the liquor stores, so I guess we gotta go to Colorado if we want to buy a bottle of this.
I love Colorado.
Hi. This is 3-chamber rye whiskey. Leopold Brothers out of Denver. It's made on this funny still. That's literally one chamber on top of the other. He was reading more and more about these stills and kept wondering, why have I never seen one? Where did they go? What happened to them?
Yeah.
And so had one built, and this is the result. It's 80% rye, 20% floor malted barley that we malted ourselves. It's crazy flavorful. It turns out this still is like an oil extraction machine. It just pulls out all these oils that carry all those floral notes, the rose, the chamomile.
So is it like a column still?
No. Oh, there's a video on our website, which is probably the best thing to suggest, with some animation that actually shows how it works. It's not a column, but you're right, like, you've got column and pot and then 3-chamber. This is his old type that he's bringing back. The only one we're aware of today in existence. So,
Okay.
but I just find this so, sorry, I'll just keep talking.
You're good.
There's a paper in like 1910 that the IRS commissioned. They were trying to define American whiskey, and so they got about half the samples they got were bourbons and the other half were rye. And it was a study of like, what are the mash bills, like what's different between whiskeys made elsewhere. And of those ryes, all but one was made on a 3-chamber still. And so that's what got him started. Like, where did it go? What was it for? Why was it so popular? It's inefficient, but it was used at least through the 60s, and so there must be a reason. And just sort of following that logic through, he rebuilt it, and here we are. That's about 4.5 years old. We got barreled at 50%, came out at 50%, so it's cask strength.
Okay. This one is the Leopold Brothers Rye. I've seen their bourbon here, but I've never seen their rye, and apparently this is the first time it's actually been in Texas. So we're going to try a few Colorado whiskeys that have never actually come to Texas before, so that's pretty cool.
We are right off of Whirlwind Drive.
So I just tried the Ranger Creek Rimfire, finished in a maple syrup barrel, and it's gone. But this was really good. It's a lot smoother than the regular Rimfire that's just mesquite smoked. And then this one is the wheated bourbon. It's definitely got that like Texas bourbon kind of, I guess, quality to it that you find in like Garrison Brothers and that we had with the Oak and Eden. But that Rimfire finished in the maple syrup barrel is really good.
Yeah.
And apparently that's a distillery only one, so I may have to go to the distillery and pick that up.
Too bad they're so far.
Oh yeah, like 20 minutes away.
20 minutes away.
So we just decided to take a little break from trying all the whiskey and get some food so that we don't get too drunk.
You need to show us your food? Oh, you want to show it in there?
Yeah. So I got like a little sausage wrap here with some sauce. They gave me more sauce than I'm ever going to use. This is from Keith's Barbecue, which is one of the food trucks I have here.
Go to the tower and then you go to the still. It's like
How is it? Good.
All right, so right now we're just kind of hanging out here on the Fang and Feather deck. After having a snack and trying some whiskey, and we're gonna go ahead and take the tower tour here in about 20 minutes or so. So we're just gonna hang out here until then. Gonna take the tour, and then we're gonna go back to where all the distilleries are and try some more whiskey. We're here in the visitor center for the, I don't know if this is for the Wizard Academy or the chapel or just kind of the property in general.
Stand on those two footprints and you look right over the top of the hilt of Excalibur, which is set into the roof up there. You'll see the northern star as the sun sets.
Oh, wow.
The idea behind that is, and you'll find out more inside, but there's a lot of symbolism behind the North Star and Roy's vision. But that way, as you're walking up this causeway from dinner and you're coming up into class, you can see your North Star above the building as you go into the center to learn and to open your mind and create new things. It actually is a real sword dropped into the wall. So you can't pull it out.
Not with that attitude.
You can't. Yeah, I can do anything. But the more you drink, the funner it gets to watch you try to pull it out. So when you come to the class here, most of the classes are about a day to 3 days long. Again, they cover a wide range of topics. Everything involving communication, songwriting, video creation, social media marketing, advertising, writing better stories, video stories. Secret code. All right, the one rule though is do not touch the bottles, please.
Of course.
Come on in.
As my mom used to say, look with your eyes and not your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, grab a bottle, please.
Watch your step. There are whiskey bottles.
Oh my goodness.
Go down the stairs.
Weird to see it.
In person. Does it look bigger in person?
It actually does look bigger in person, yeah.
You get to see angles. Yeah. So in addition to being the set of what I'm assuming is one of your favorite whiskey YouTube channels, this is a resource for our whiskey sommeliers when they're in training. And so that's why the only rule is that no touching. You have to be a whiskey somm in order to remove the bottles from the shelves or to pour anything. But if you ever find yourself in Austin again, or if you're nearby and you'd like to spend more than just 2 minutes in the whiskey vault, you can arrange to have a personalized tasting there in the vault. They're called miniature whiskey trainings. If you go to the Whiskey Marketing School website, then there's options anywhere from $150 per person to $500 per person if you want to do old and rare whiskeys. So you can email, send your preferred dates and see if there's a whiskey sommelier available to take you through a tasting, and you can spend more time in the vault than what we give you today, and you actually get to taste 6 to 8 whiskeys as part of your training. So if you're interested in spending more time in here, I would highly recommend you guys looking that up. Usually one of the top questions that we get is how many bottles in the vault?
All of them.
Yes, all of the bottles. All the bottles. Oh gosh, if you had all the bottles, people wouldn't fit in the vault. I As of this morning, I double checked what our inventory is, and we have inventory 2,121 bottles of whiskey.
Wow.
How about a dollar value? Rough.
We don't have a dollar value.
All of them.
Yeah,
Roughly.
yeah.
$1 billion.
Since many of these are donated, then when they come to us, we don't know what the purchase price was, so we don't really have a dollar value of how much this would cost to do on your own.
Let's start there.
All the LaFroy.
Alright, this is the star deck. This, where we're standing right now, is 1,000 feet above Austin. The highest point in South Austin that we're standing on right now. So this is the highest structure building. There's the tip of our Excalibur. You're welcome to try to pull it out. We would love to watch you try. Great. Actually, I haven't had a leader from I have a down here. I have a Papa's leader from
So this is the Tawakaro that we just tried. It's right here. This is the cast strength. Taste-wise, it reminds me most of the Still Austin, actually. It doesn't really have that Texas thing that I find in like Garrison and Oak and Eden.
Are you feeling less tipsy now? Yeah.
So it's a good time. We do tastings and tours on Saturdays. Every third Saturday of the month we do a local market with local vendors and artisans. So we have local wheat farmers.
Pretty good.
Same components that are in there, along with a port finished whiskey in that one as well.
Now this one, I'm in Dallas, Plano area.
Yeah,
so they
it'll
carry
be
this.
yes. Specs Total Wine, they should definitely be carrying that one.
This one I know, I've seen this one.
And then Total Wine, this is exclusively at Total Wine.
Is it really?
Yes, only at Total Wine. We actually did that blend for them and the Texas Whiskey Trail.
So this is the Total Wine exclusive for Real Spirits Distilling in Blanco. It's really good.
Yeah.
I may have to pick up a bottle of this one. This one is probably my second or third favorite that I've had tonight.
Yeah. Wow. Saying a lot.
So this is the Balcones Blue Corn Bourbon. I almost didn't go to Balcones just because I had so much of their stuff. I wasn't sure like if I really needed to, but they had a few that I hadn't had before. And this is really good. It's very Balcones. Like you can tell, it's the Balcones. They have a certain quality to all their whiskeys, regardless of what it is.
Yeah.
And this one definitely has it. Alright, so this is Iron Root Heretic. It's a blend of straight bourbons finished in an Armagnac cask with a type of brandy. And it's really good. This is probably, the Andalusia Revenant's still my favorite, but this is probably my number 2.
Now, I'm glad there's so many of you here. I need all of you summoned together to really help me out of the jam. My anniversary was yesterday. No, I thought I was doing pretty good. I woke up in the morning, I walk into their office, like, hey, how you doing? I was like, good. She says, you know what day this is? It's like, man, it's the day before the Bastards Ball. Formerly known as the Bastards Ball. Mooch Fest. Mooch Fest. And then I was like, well, of course, it's our anniversary too. Clutch move. I got this. And then she asked me the question, how many years have we been married? Oh, what? What? The kids need me. So, I think collectively, I need you guys to help me make this right. And on 3, we're gonna say, thank you, Brandy. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Brandy! I think that'll work out pretty well. Just to make sure, though, you're the best on 3. 1, 2, 3. You're the best! That was actually exceptional. I think I can actually get another year of phoning in my duties. We can basically say, this group love counts for the next 3 anniversaries on 3. 1, 2, 3. This group love counts for the next 3 anniversaries. Oh yeah. No. That got me there. We're good. We're gonna introduce somebody very special. A good friend of mine, a hilarious human being. He is a professional comedian, a best-selling author. Now we're going to need to make this right, and I had to do some convincing to even pull this off, because apparently in professional comedian circles, there's a few rules to make sure that you have a good event. One of which is you don't do it outside. The other is you don't have people drinking whiskey nonstop for hours at a time. So to make this even a little bit okay for a comedy situation, if we're in the grass, let's go ahead and have a seat. And this pathway right here. Yeah, if people in the back want to scoot up, there's some spaces up front here. There we go. And thank you. This pathway, good. There's a lot of groaning. Yeah. Sure. Wow. What a old man noises going on here. All right, guys. I need you to make this less than ideal comedy environment incredibly ideal. I need you to give the warmest welcome, the biggest applause, the most support for the hilarious Andrew Heaton.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Rex. Hello, friendly drunks. Good to see you. I feel like I'm talking to the most degenerate kindergarten class that's ever been assembled here. Are we still? I love that we just have Corey holding the speaker for me. Like this very strange flex in a rap video where I'm like, no, I want the speaker to be held up. So I'm dead clean sober at the moment because. Hold on, I'm gonna be inappropriately drunk within an hour. Thank you. When I drink, my short-term memory is shot to hell, so I'm like a very charming Alzheimer's patient. So for your benefit, I've held back. How long have you been drinking? I heard yes and 8. 7 years ago, great. All right, so let's get to know each other a little bit better here. Clap if you prefer bourbon over scotch. Okay, good. All right. Clap if you prefer scotch over bourbon. All right. Clap if you're gonna find me later and give me a monologue about how there's different types of whiskey other than scotch and bourbon. Okay. So
We're Andrew Heaton, guys. Andrew Heaton. Okay. Now, I think it's high time we thanked all of the people who helped make this happen. All of the distillers. Guys, thank you so much. All of the volunteers. All the YouTubers that showed up. think this is going to be a deep cut, guys. I think above everyone and everything else, we must thank the Chad. Or the Chode, depending on your religious affiliation. You guys should have gotten the little mini bottles, the amalgamation, and yeah, they should still be sealed. We're gonna try out this sample bottle. Now, just to refresh your memory, Daniel's gonna walk us through what actually went into this whiskey.
This was also in response to everybody that said, I'm always voting for the minority and nothing I ever vote for ever actually comes true. Welcome to Amalgamation, and the participation trophy of whiskey. Everyone's vote counts. So the grains that ended up in this bottle you hold in your hand are 15% Golden Promise malt, 4% Maris-Otter malt, 22% Texas Munich malt. Now we're on to the corn. 2% Yellow Dent, 20% Bloody Butcher corn.
No, that was so expensive.
It was very expensive. 5% blue corn, and now we're on to the wheat. 5% white winter wheat, 5% turkey red wheat, and 6% red fife wheat. 2% Elbin rye, 10% Danko rye, and 5% Renza Bruzy rye.
Now, hey, you guys want to stand up? Get up! Help a bastard up. Okay, Daniel, I'm gonna hold the mic. Can you walk us through what you're getting on the nose and on the tasting?
Whiskey.
You do this for a living?
I would say this smells like 6% of Bruzy. Probably 5% Maris-Otter. Your nose can't figure out whether this is a rye or whether this is a corn or whether this is malt. It's got that kind of metallic sheen to it. It's 18 months, but it's not.
It's all over the map. Yeah, it does. It's complicated, but I can't figure out whether or not I like it yet.
And I gotta say, we tried this periodically, and every time, everyone who tried it went, nope.
So let's determine if this is worthy of our do not buy this whiskey label. All right, bottoms up, guys. A question was posed. Actually, a second.
Yeah, that's actually weirdly interesting.
That's not bad at all. It's kind of hoping for something horrific. Now, usually about this time in the formerly known as Bastard's Ball, now currently known as Mooch Fest,
I feel like I'm at a Bruce Springsteen concert.
Okay, guys, it's about this time we usually do a bit of shenanigans. Now, if you have been here in previous years, I got my head shaved once. Then, subsequently, Daniel got a tramp stamp with my face on it. And, well, yeah, but by the way, you're welcome for that beard cut. You had a gross, weird Cajun hillbilly big beard until that cut. Now it's glorious. You're welcome.
It never grew back. I haven't shaved since.
Now, since Daniel and I have been around the block a couple times, I think it's high time we open up the shenanigans to another member of our team.
Brianna!
Oh, no. Brianna would like it way too much. I think it's Emma's turn. How are we doing
I'm great.
currently great. Now, one key difference between Mooch Fest and Bastards Ball is that at Mooch Fest, we rely upon the wisdom of the people. You guys are going to be presented with a choice, an option. The first option is we shave Emma's head. The next option is Emma experiences what's behind the janky blue thing. I want to give Shave Emma's Head team an opportunity to make their voices heard. So by round of applause, who wants to shave Emma's head? Get up, that's the guy right there. Go get the guy. By round of applause, who wants Emma to experience the janky blue thing? Okay, so I do need to prepare you. I don't say janky lightly. This could go horribly wrong. This was made in way too little time with sketchy materials just to give you the core of this was made by wood from a shipwreck, from an actual shipwreck. So this is sturdy isn't the operating word here. Now, if it does go horribly wrong, I need you guys to be prepared for that contingency. I need us all to practice, because this is very possible, very likely to happen. We need to practice our what the hell, Peter, on 3. 1, 2, 3. What the hell, Peter? That's good. That's locked and loaded. Okay. This has been made from barrels. You guys in the back, you can't really quite see it yet. We're going to give Emma a glorious ride, because she has, and I think we can all agree, anybody that's been watching the content, watching the channel, she has stepped up in the last year in such an amazing way. Stuff that is, like, distillers would never in a million years think that was in their job description, and she is just making it happen, getting it done, so you guys can have some amazing whiskey, and we can have some good content coming out the door. Okay, Emma, I think you first need to strap on this amazing costume that Fancy Dan totally remembered. Oh my God, he did! He totally remembered to bring. Emma, the queen of Crowded Barrel. You have your crown. All right, are you ready? All right!